Hi, my name's Brenda. Thanks for joining me today. We are gonna do this 15-inch bunny today, and about a year ago I did a mini Peep and about 10 inches tall, and I've had a few requests for a little bit larger one, so that's what we're gonna do today. And you'll just need one skein of yarn. Today I'm using the Michaels Burnett Blanket Big in chalk pink. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and you'll get to know all of my videos when they come out. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for this project, like I said, you're gonna want a skein of yarn. You won't quite use the full skein of this because this one is 32 yards. So if you use Burnett Blanket Big, you will probably have enough to do a mini Peep as well. I got some ribbon at Hobby Lobby, and then your craft store will have the mini pom-poms and the bigger one for the tail. And I got my scissors from Amazon. And also to put the pom-poms on, I use just a hot glue gun with a glue stick. So we're going to do a cast on chain of 14. And we're gonna do it much like you do a pumpkin to start out with. So you leave a tail and then you create your slip knot, and you pull your working yarn through the back and cinch it tight. Make it a little bit smaller. I usually do 2 finger widths for this one. And there's 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So with this, we're gonna actually make, we're gonna close this off by putting the tail through the last stitch, cinch that tight, and then we're gonna leave that tail alone. And we are going to pull 13 stitches through these top legs of this circle. So the first one's a little bit snug. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, there we are at 13. Now I usually do a couple of rows in the round, and then I fold it in half. So just keep going around doing your stitches. And these are just such a fun thing to do for Easter or really any time of the year is good for bunnies. Okay, so now we're gonna fold it in half and keep going up. So I do a total of 9 rows for the body. And let's see, we've done 1, 2, 3. And then you'll just keep turning it over. Keep those stitches close together. Don't forget, you're also going to need polyfill. Not a whole lot, but you will need it to stuff your bunny. Okay, we're on row 4. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will come back when I've finished with row 9. So, okay, so now I am at row 9. You can see, you can count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the next 2 loops, we're gonna knit them together to decrease for the different, to make it smaller for the neck. So we're gonna knit 1, and then again, knit 2 together. Knit 1, and then take 2 and knit them together. Knit 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, knit 2 together. You'll see that you'll have 8 stitches. So that's how many you will want for the head. And so now we're just going to go ahead and continue knitting up for the head for 6 rows. So this will be our first row. And if you want to use a stitch marker, you can. I just count my rows. So now we're on row 2. Row 3. And we're not going to stuff this guy until we're all the way done knitting the head and both ears. Like I said, you can get any type of flowers or ribbon that you like to embellish these cute little bunnies. One, two, three, four, five, six. So we'll just finish this one off. And now we are going to start on the right ear. So we're going to knit 1, 2, and then flip it over and knit 1, 2. And we're just going to continue doing that for 4 more rows. To create our ears. And again, you can see it looks like, and also you can, if you have a measuring tape, yep, see 15 inches. So we're gonna cut this ear, cut this yarn off, and we're gonna close this and tuck the knotted end into this ear. So I just do about 5 or 6 inches. I go through each loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then I'm going to tie a knot and just weave this in and tuck it to the inside. Okay. Now we're going to start on our left ear. And how we're going to do that is much like, you know, I've done with other plushies. You leave a little bit of a tail to close up the head in between the 2 ears. So then we're just gonna see how I created that stitch right there. We're just gonna leave this tail to close up with the other end in between the ears. So let's go ahead and knit these 4 rows up. It's kind of easy to see because you'll also notice when they get to about the same size. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now I'm going to cut this one off. And again, I'm probably going to do about 6 inches. So we're going to close this up, put it through each loop. Careful not to pull that last one out. And there it is. So now what I'm going to do with this one, because we're going to use it to close up the middle, I am going to stick it through to the inside and pull it through the middle of the head. And now you'll see there's a couple inch there of spots we need to close. So we'll use these 2 strands to go through and close this up. I just do one back and forth. There's still a little bit there, so I'll pull this through here, and you'll see that's closed. So now we are going to tie this in a knot and stuff it inside the bunny. Just anywhere you find a little spot. And if you have a stick, you can use that, or just use your finger. Whoops. It's coming through, so there we go. Now it's time to stuff this bunny with the polyfill. First, I'm going to do the ears. This polyfill I get in a box at Hobby Lobby. So put them into the ears. Now we're going to do the head. I do a little bit at a time to kind of make it fuller. I like to have my bunnies chunky. All right. Now we're going to put it into the body. And I usually fill it pretty full of the polyfill. You'll see there. I think I'll put a little bit more in, and then we'll close this one up. Okay, so we're going to take this, again, just like you do a pumpkin. You close it up, go through each one of these. Oops, get in there. And then you cinch it tight. Don't pull too hard because yarns can break, as you know. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to tie a knot and stick it in the bottom. Okay, so there's your Peep. Now we're going to do our ribbon and our pom-poms. Like I said, you can just do it plain if you'd like. I like to decorate them a little. Let's cinch it tight. And I like this ribbon. So it's nice and soft and thin. Okay, I'm going to trim this so it's a little bit more even. Now let's do our mini pom-poms with our hot glue gun. So first I'm going to go ahead and put the little face where I want it to be. And then I'll do a dab of hot glue and hold it there. And same with this side. Then for the nose, all right, now time for the tail. Put a good amount of hot glue so it doesn't come off. And I hold it on there tight so it, like I said, doesn't come off. If you wanted to do a yarn pom-pom and you have a pom-pom maker, that is also an option. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and happy knitting!